Hello little heartbirds, it's Nerissa here from twoheartbirds.com, the internet's most delicious and exciting and passionate daily wedding video blog ever. Today I am going to give you 3 tips on combating wedding day dress disasters. Now I know a lot of brides-to-be fear that something bad will happen to their dress on the day, and I'm just going to give you 2 pieces of advice first. Firstly, don't spend too much time and focus thinking that something bad will happen to the dress, because we all know about the laws of attraction of the universe, that if you think about something too much, then undoubtedly it might possibly happen. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean. The second thing is, make sure your entourage, so your bridesmaids, your mother, your sister, your cousins, whoever are around you on the day, know of your plans if something does go wrong. So if something does happen, you immediately have those people around you who can help you and try and keep the stress levels down as much as they can. If something does happen, the best way to combat stress is just to take a little moment and to breathe. A great breathing de-stressing technique is to breathe in for 7 seconds, breathe out for 7 seconds, and do that 7 times. So that's the first port of call if something happens. Now, I've got 3 of the major things that could happen to your wedding dress on the day, and then 3 pieces of advice on how you can, I guess, rectify that. Number 1 is if you have a crinkled dress. Now, I know that's not disaster, but if you take to it with an iron, it could lead to disaster. So if you have a crinkled dress, maybe in transportation, the one thing that I would recommend you do is to make sure that you have your dress out of the bag and hanging up at least the day before the wedding. If not the night before, if you can do it the morning of the day before the wedding. Hang it somewhere humid. So the best recommendation for that is in the bathroom or near the shower. So when the shower goes on and all the heat goes through the bathroom, and the steam will actually press your dress. A braver woman than I would take to it with an iron. So avoid that at all costs. But try and combat that by having it steamed in a hot, humid, wet environment like the shower the day before the wedding. Number 2 is the hemline. Now, it's really important that your hemline is not too long at the front of your dress, and even at the back of the dress, that it sits away from you if it's going to be long. The last thing you want to do is to step on it and trip forward, or step on it backwards and tear it. So make sure leading up to the wedding that when you're having it fitted out, that you are aware of the actual hemlines. It's really important that you, if you're going to a dressmaker, that you wear the shoes that you're going to wear on the day, so that the dressmaker can pull the hemline up if they need to. You don't want to be practicing that on the day. You want to make sure that there's a lot of room, nothing's going to happen, you're not going to trip over the dress with your shoes on. If something does happen, if there's a tear in the dress anywhere, whether it be in the zip or a strap, even for the bridesmaids' dresses, just make sure that you've invested in a small sewing kit and some really good cotton that you can sew the dresses up. It's good to just have them handy in the colours of the dresses. Number 3, and this is my kind of all-time nightmare fear, is that something is spilt on the dress. Me, namely thinking red wine. The best thing that you can do to combat that is make sure that you have a bottle of mineral water or soda water on hand, and like a white flannel to dab with. And just try and avoid maybe drinking coloured drinks like that, or if you're going around to the tables or to the guests during the reception, just to make sure they don't have anything in their hand when you know, kiss them and cuddle them or whatever it may be. You do not want red wine or Coke or whatever down the front of your dress at all. But if that happens, and it could happen, just make sure your bridesmaids or your entourage are on hand with some soda water to help you clear that up. But the most important thing is to remember is to don't stress about it, don't worry about it, just be prepared. So if something happens, you've got the tools to rectify it. So little heartbirds, here is my question of the day. Have you had something happen to your wedding dress on your wedding day? And if so, what did you do to fix it? I'll talk to you soon.